Good evening, guys. My name is Alex Morales, and I am running as your treasurer for this year. I am running because I have a heart for service. I have a passion for selfless acts, and I don't mind doing what's necessary. I spend a lot of nights thinking. I spend a lot of my time thinking of improvement in ways I can. Better manage my own time, but also better prepare for my future. I would like to use SHEP as a platform for my future success, but only through the service of all of you guys collectively. We recently won the National Chapter of the Year Award, which is the biggest award you could possibly receive as a chapter. And I did it under the presidency of Arnold Luna, and I was really respected because of that. One of the main things that I'd like to do as treasurer is leave more money in our accounts than when we first started. I had a one-on-one, and we talked a lot about this logistics that go on with being treasurer, and a lot of the things that come up are nationals, RLDC, sponsorships, scholarships, and then all the necessary programs. One of the things I really want to do is support our outreach and everything that goes with that. All in all, I'd just like to showcase our organization to the rest of the nation, that we can continue to be the best that we can be.
So as a treasurer, you have to allocate money. What do you feel like is the most important thing to allocate money to in this organization?
Well, we pride ourselves on our national conference and our network that we have built. That's really the primary purpose and the primary things, the primary funding that takes a big chunk out of our funds. I've been a member for 3 years, and I've known that every fall semester, national conference, what are we going to do? What's going to happen? Why are things changing? Why can't we sponsor more people? And it's been a reoccurring issue. So I believe that that's where most of the money goes. And again,
Is this where you want most of the money to go to?
I would like to see more representation from our chapter there. I went to my first national conference last year, and there I met tons of people from Costa Rica. Puerto Rico. They have a huge presence there, and they went all the way to Seattle, Washington. Why can't we do that here? Why can't we make the initiative to make that happen here? That way people can get the same experience that I had and that I got from national conference. And I can truly say that it changed my whole perspective on my education and my future. And I want that to happen to everybody else too.
As a treasurer, you will have a lot of very enthusiastic people come up to you and present really, really great ideas. Unfortunately, some of these ideas may not be implemented due to budget constraints. How do you plan to reject these ideas from certain chairs or e-boards without, and that's very important, without creating any type of friction?
I don't honestly think that there probably are some bad ideas out there, don't get me wrong. But I don't think taking an idea off the board is completely out of the question. Everything can be refined. Everything can have support, re-implemented in a different way, revised, edited. And that's how I would do it. I'd use the resources that we have. We have other members. We'd ask them, like, hey, what do you think of this? Or I'd start a committee and say, hey, these are the ideas we have. These are ideas that have been brought to me. Are they good or are they not? And kind of have a criteria, that a list of questions that we go through. Is this feasible? How much money would it cost? What are we actually doing? What is our impact? How are members receiving it, how are we going to market it? And how can it be done better? It can be done better. And if it is a good idea, then let's do it. If not, honesty, constructive criticism, for them not to lose their passion, just keep refining their
So one of the things that I noticed is that you were very active in the past, and this semester you sort of disappeared. Explain why and how are you going to improve that as an executive board?
Of course. So, once again, at National Conference, I met a man named Mauro Rodriguez. It was the only academic workshop that was provided at National Conference, and there, he really impacted me into understanding what my primary purpose here in school is, and that is to simply get my education. So that's where most of my time has been, is sitting down in front of my textbooks and studying really hard. Because as you can see, my GPA is a 3.21. I'm not proud of that. It's high. It's in my understanding that's mediocre, but that's what my primary goal this semester has been, is to increase my GPA, but also be of service to those. So I'm also active in another organization. I do have another officer position in that organization, and I do a lot of service work outside of this organization. And that's where I've been. And how would I change that? Simple. Be here. Be present. Go to study red Tuesdays. My time management skills have gotten a lot better this past semester. And it's kind of funny. I've actually set up my schedule to make meetings and make study SHEP juniors. I'm only taking 13 hours because of SHEP. Because if I do get this position, I want to be able to allocate those extra 3 credit hours, but in my opinion, it's 15 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours a week to SHEP as an executive board member.